It's that time again. Trying to psych myself up to think that I have energy that I really don't have. Pre-publication thoughts on In the Meantime, book one of the complicated series. It's been a journey. Let's start off by saying, not me taking 8 months to write a book, right? But child, I've been on tour this year in a good way, finally, compared to the past 3 years I've had. I've been outside. I done vacation. I done been to see Raheem Devon, which is relevant because I have been writing this series for a while, maybe a couple months, and I didn't have a title, and I kept saying, wow, I don't have a title yet. Why I don't have a title yet? And I kind of low key wanted to freak out because titles have always come to me just as clear as my clients. But after going to a Raheem Devon concert my lover took me to and showing out, it came to me. In the Meantime, he has a song. I believe he has a song titled In the Meantime. I have to go back and check. Or is that just like a line in one of the songs? He definitely has a track called Complicated is fire. And The Inevitable is the working title for book 2, the conclusion. I want to talk about The Inevitable, and then I want to talk about where I met Hayden and Ishan, because I know you guys are going to say, love, how do you pronounce his name? It's pronounced Ishan. Ishan. Well, The Inevitable is like, this whole coming together of the two is complicated. Circumstances of them coming together, finding out they know people in common. It's all messy and complicated, which is right. It's really on par with the LB brand, right? The LBU brand. But I remember meeting Ishan, and let me. I guess I have to say this first. The Inevitable is really a spin on what I do in terms of my work and my art. Inevitably, they're going to get together, right? Inevitably, there's going to be a happily ever after because I am an adult contemporary romance author, right? That's what I write. So it's the inevitable, right? That concept is just a play on, love is going to get them back together. It's messy at first when we meet them in the meantime, and then it gets very, very complicated. So where did I meet Hayden and Ishan? I met them actually like in 2022. I think I was at the beach. I remember the last day at the beach, I met a client that's really, really out of my wheelhouse, but we'll meet them eventually because they're on the books for release. But that summer, I'm sure I could have been writing a Prism series. And I'm thinking about, okay, so what's next, And I remember talking to my author bestie, and I said, oh my gosh, I met this couple. And they had a one-night stand. And it got ugly. And I said, but because of the complexity of their situation, it's not going to be it's not going to be a standalone. It's going to be a series. I don't see much but 2 books coming out of it. But what's I said the only compelling cliffhanger I can think about, because people think I torture you with cliffhangers, but I don't. I just can't tell a full story in one book, right? That's my handicap. So, I did not want to play that. I was actually blessed enough, because y'all know we got some musicians in her family. I was blessed enough to get some music and encouraged to write to it. But that is another conversation for another day. But because of how I got it, I can't loop it. So I gotta be careful. So anyway, I was saying I don't try to torture you guys with cliffhangers, but it has to be a compelling cliffhanger because it's just I've run out of space in the book. And I said, it frustrated me because I just could not land this plane to make it compelling. And I guess I'll talk about it in my pre-publication thoughts for The Inevitable, God willing. Someone will remind me to re-listen to this so that I can know where to pick up at it. To explain to you guys more in terms of why I just could not land the plane. I did not it did not come to me until literally less than a week before I typed the numerical sign 3 times to let you know it's the end of this particular book. And it's a lot going on. But what else is new for the LBU, right? What else is new for me? It's a lot of complications. So Ishan, we've never met. Ishan is connected to Asmir. And you guys will see how he's connected to Asmir. And Hayden, those of you, I know there's a sector of you who do not participate in the Connecticut King series. I think you're missing out, because if you know anything, you should know LB writes the same thing. It's just behind a black football team. But Hayden was introduced in my last release, Love's Neutral Zone. She is the cousin of Sundria, who's also the cousin of Raina. They all, their grandmothers are sisters. They share a great-grandmother and obviously great-grandfather in common. And for people who because they're going to be invariably, there'll be people who are new to the LBU that's going to pick up this book, that they never get the satisfaction that those who are already invested in the LBU gets, because we get to see connections. And I love psychology. Y'all know I love getting in the brain, right? And love seeing pathology, love seeing heredity being played out, love seeing DNA at its best. So with Raina, Sundria, and Hayden, I get to do that. So I think that's going to be very interesting for my social worker sister readers, my psychologist sister readers, and psychiatrists who we need a group for you guys who are professional, me, the wannabe. But I think it's fun. I think it's great. I think we're going to like it. I did not drop all the bombs, right? So there's a lot of character development, because that is what LB does. I enjoy getting to know two people and seeing what makes them click. There are, by the end of this book, you don't know everything about Ishan. You know pretty much everything about Hayden, because Hayden wanted to, hang on to some secrets. But I dropped a few nuggets. I was talking to my editing team, and I said, I know some of my girls read I have lots of surface readers in the LBU, and sometimes they'll go back and they'll read it a few times and they'll pick up more of the nuggets. But then I have some who will get it right then and there. So I'm interested in hearing feedback in terms of, LB, let me ask you a question. Is da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm curious to see if we're going to get that. And if we do, hopefully we'll get it for the chat. We'll do a chat. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I gave away the plot line. I was talking with my developmental editor, Zakia, and I was like, I know you're not going to like this, but I'm going to finally do it. I'm going to give away the plot line. One of them is, they meet. He thinks she's a prostitute. They meet in Vegas. And she goes along with it. What he doesn't know is he soon finds out, because of his occupation, this ain't no prostitute, but she's cute, she's innocent. So she want to play this game, I'm down to play it. And they have too much fun together, right? So that is that on them. I just want to say a few things and I'm going to close. I need to eat and I have to cook. And the book is uploaded. I don't think it's going to be, if it's published early, it'll be after midnight. I shouldn't even say that, but I'm not going to hit publish until tonight. We're trying to stick with our word in terms of publication dates. The only thing is that we know Amazon can take less than an hour. My last few books have come out it's been less than an hour. So we'll see. But everything is ready to go. We have audiobooks that we've been hitting the circuit. You guys have been asking. I got off my high horse. We have so much coming out. I'll be honest with you. I have this project, Complicated was purchased in audio. Shout out to my literary agent, LaShira Lee. LaShira got that thing sold the end of last year. I'm like, I ain't even start writing it yet. She said, well, you're going to get it done. Now let's get it done. So anyway, this will be out in audio, which is exciting, right? I wouldn't be surprised. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if this book is out in audio by the end of the year. I just have to I got one little hurdle that I have to get over. I was just talking to my lit agent about it a few minutes ago. We know Low Love, Low Fidelity was just dropped. I enjoyed the Prism series. I enjoyed the Lip series. I enjoyed Low Love, Low Fidelity. Like it's bananas. It's bananas. And I'm talking to the narrators, Alex Monroe and Miles Washington, and they're starting to get my flow now. So they're starting to get a little comfortable. Check them out on my discussions, my audiobook discussions. I love their personalities. They're like family in the LBU. And you can't tell them that they're not a part of the LBU, but yeah. So we have Low Love, Low Fidelity that just dropped. Shout out to Midnight Michael. He's new here. Very good energy. We're gonna hear from Midnight. He's gonna be doing Sadiq. He's also gonna be doing a couple of Connecticut King series. I can't remember offhand which one. We're gonna hear from Midnight a lot. Midnight has some work to do in the LBU, and he's excited to do it. We just signed Love Unaccounted in audio. We signed Love's Inconvenient Truth in audio. I'm so excited about it. I know it's gonna be fire. I know it's gonna be fire. Y'all know me. If I feel like if I can really, my art is my art, and I feel like if I can pull out what I need from these narrators, and they allow me to. They allow me to talk. Most of them allow me to talk to them. Most of them. So that's coming out. Child, I got my next 3 projects that ain't been written yet. I know what they are. They've been signed to audio. Lashira's not playing. She's working. And she's saying, Love, you gonna work too. So we have a lot. The only thing that's not been discussed is Waiting to Breathe, which I'm excited to get out, but I have a little patience with it. So we are rocking and rolling in audio. So for all of my audiobook listeners that was upset with me, we're making it happen. And I'm really happy that we've been able to. So that is the end of this track again. I am going to end this here and say, listen, guys, I need your support in the reviews. It's official. My reviews suck. There was a time you can look up LB and you can look at her reviews and you can be like, oh, she's this little black chick doing something. Now you're just like, nope. I don't even know how much more I can beg to say, hey, guys, could you please review? Could you please leave a review? Not just a star rating. A review don't have to be long, but I really need them. Yeah, I just hope you guys hold me down and you guys can go back and review my old stuff, because we're not looking good. You ain't helping out my literary agent, let me tell you. That ain't helping her out. That's not helping expand us. So can we please be a review writing community? I really beg that of you. But anyway, I'm excited about this. We have more brains to pick. I'm excited to hear about your feedback. Be patient with me with the character development. I don't think much has changed here with the storyline or whatever. We're just meeting new people. We're just taking our new people, and we know ain't nothing new under the sun with people. But I love being introduced to new people, and I feel like that's what Ishan and Hayden are allowing me to do on this process. So I'll see you on the other side. And I look forward to hearing what you think about in the meantime. Ciao.